Joe Biden is a dummy. Joe Biden thought China was not a competitor.
Hey guys, and welcome back to YT News. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at some of the very best Biden versus Trump clips. But first, please consider leaving a like on the video and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this and much more. Click on the bell notifications too, so you get notified every time we upload a future video. Alright, let's just get right into this. We're starting things off with a clip of Trump making a pretty funny joke about Biden and Hillary Clinton. His mic cut off for a bit and he couldn't speak, but when it came back on, he made a joke about the mic being off and about who did it.
I wonder who did that to our mic. I don't believe it was Joe. You know who it was? Crooked Hillary. Must have. I think it was probably Crooked Hillary.
That is pretty funny. A cheeky bit of banter by Trump and keeping things light-hearted. You can tell he was enjoying it as well, as the crowd also found it very funny. I guess it was a good way to play off the fact that the mic was off for a while. Next, we have Biden, who seems to be ready to put on his boxing gloves and exchange blows with Donald Trump. What he says is pretty crazy, but could you imagine the image of them two fighting each other? But you can't help but laugh when you think about it.
I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
It's to take me to the back of the barn. Me. He wants it. I'd love that. I'd love that.
As we said, Biden's statement was quite something, but then we have Trump being funny, saying that he would love that. Can we call Eddie Hearns or something to organise a boxing match between these two? I'm positive it would sell out and get millions upon millions of views. Here is another clip of Trump joking around, saying that he's gonna fight him once again.
He's a real genius. I want to challenge him to a fight behind the barn. Oh, would I love that? Wouldn't that be good?
I guess you can see Trump is pretty confident that he would be able to get the upper hand on Biden in the fight. Seriously, that would be an interesting watch. Now we have Donald Trump taking shots at Joe Biden for using the word smart. Trump seems to believe that Biden is not very smart himself and should not be using the word smart at all.
You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
He said that Biden was one of, if not the lowest in his class, and that he has no right in using the word smart with him. There are loads of low blows from each side. No one was really pulling any punches though. This is one of the most memorable moments of the whole debate. Every time Biden tried to speak, Trump continuously kept interrupting him. This was the case for most of the debate. It happened so many times that Biden got pretty angry. He had enough. He seemed like he had enough and he needed to say something about it, and obviously he did.
Make sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't want
you're a
to answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
wouldn't you answer that
because
question?
the question is the question
Court
is
Justice,
the
radical
question.
left.
Will you
Who
shut
is your,
up, man?
listen, who?
Would you shut up, man? In a very angry tone, Biden said as Trump once again interrupted him. He just told him to shut up. It was a pretty funny moment in the debate. Here is Trump calling Biden out for using the word smart again. This time he pretty much said that Biden has done nothing in his life and there is literally nothing smart about him.
There's nothing smart about you, Joe. 47 years you've done nothing.
Let's have this debate.
As you can tell, these two candidates clearly doesn't like each other. They constantly keep having a go at each other, and well, some things they just say are just pretty funny. Next we have Trump once again being light-hearted, making jokes about Biden. This joke he makes is pretty much calling him old, and he really gets into it. Check this out.
Now, I have to tell you, he's a different guy. He looks different than he used to. He acts different than he used to. He's even slower than he used to be.
The things they say about each other is pretty funny. There is never a dull moment when these two are involved, that's for sure. But Trump even added to what he already said by calling Biden a dummy. Yes, he truly did. Check this out.
Joe Biden is a dummy. Joe Biden thought China was not a competitor.
I said this before and I'll say it again. There is never a dull moment. Now we have Biden, who's asked the question about his schedule for presidential campaign and why it was so short. He looked visibly fed up by this question because he knew Trump had something to do with it.
To run for president, there's been a lot of questions about your schedule and that it's been a little lighter than some of the other candidates.
Look
Can
at
you
him and
speak
look
to
at
that?
me and answer the question.
You answer the question. What do you Please answer the question.
It's self-evident. You know it's a ridiculous assertion on his part.
Well, Kim Jong-un made a statement that Joe Biden is a low IQ individual. He probably is, based on his record.
He called the question really ridiculous and he couldn't quite believe that he was asked such a question. He clearly just wasn't happy. Those were some of the best Trump and Biden clips. Which one were your favourites? Let us know down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you guys did enjoy them, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Hit that bell notifications too so you never miss out on a future video. We'll see you guys next time, but until then, take care and cheerio.